Okay, I know what you're gonna say. I created this channel all the way back in November of 2022 and didn't even go to my first competition until January of next year. But I hadn't actually worked up the confidence to record an actual video on this channel until now. Yes, I know I uploaded 2 clips from one of my competitions, which was actually my third one a few months ago, but for my very first video on this channel, I wanted to do a recap of my first competition. As shown before, my first competition was Pegasus 2023. The competition took place at UCF in Orlando, Florida, and was held on January 7th. Prior to this competition, I had started cubing in around June of 2022, and I mainly just did 3x3, but like right before the competition, I started to learn new events of the competition. Going into the competition, I only knew how to solve a 3x3, 2x2, 4x4, and a clock. I was really excited for this competition, but I was also obviously quite nervous because it was my first time and I really wanted to do well. But I did end up having an amazing time. Again, being my first competition, I really didn't want to be late, so I ended up arriving like an hour and a half early. So I kind of just sat down at a table and started like warming up and doing solves. First up was the new competitors tutorial, and I did attend this because I was new to competing, although I didn't really learn anything new because I did watch a bunch of videos leading up to the competition about like how to compete, mostly this one. The first event of the day was 3x3. I went into the competition averaging around like 25 to 30 seconds, and I think I named the GAN 12. Funnily enough, my first official solve wasn't actually recorded because I was having trouble setting up my camera, and I think I just got like social anxiety and decided not to film it.
I can make something good.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll film it. That solve ended up being a 22.08, which was a pretty decent solve for me back then. Here's the rest of the average.
Michelle, station 19.
Showing marks? Yeah.
Averaging around 25 to 30 seconds at the time. I was pretty happy with this average, even though it didn't even bring me anywhere close to making second round. Next up was 2x2 round 1. Going into this competition, I was averaging around 8 to 9 seconds, so I was pretty shocked when I started off with these 2 times. I was pretty happy starting off with 2 6-second times, but then this happened.
Lexiana, 10.
Yeah, that's right. A 3-second solve, which was easily my overall PB. I ended up finishing the average with a 5-second solve and a DNF that was just off by 1 corner twist. But still, finishing with a 6-second average was amazing for me. My third event of the day, and quite frankly the one I cared the least about, was 4x4. I went into this competition averaging like just under 2 minutes, so my only real goal was to make the cutoff, which was 1:45. My very first solve was 1 minute 29 seconds, which again was probably my overall PB. But hilariously enough, after the solve, I left my camera at the solving station for like 2 minutes until I finally realized that and I came to pick it up. My second solve ended up being the worst solve of the average, which is a 1 minute 36, which is crazy because that was still an insane time for me. My third solve, and the last one I actually have recorded, was a 1 minute and 33-second solve, which again was really good for me. Now, unfortunately, I don't have it recorded, but my fourth solve was a 1 minute 20-second solve, which again was just crazy for me, and I finished it off with a 1:34, which was again really good for me. I ended up with a 1 minute 32-second average, which was like 5 whole seconds below my PB single going into this competition. After 4x4 was lunch and 3 blind, and since I don't do 3 blind, it was a nice break in the student union, and I had Witch for lunch. It was pretty good. After staying as quiet as humanly possible for 3 blind was my final event of the day, clock. I'm not exactly sure what my global was going into this competition, but I'm pretty sure it was around 20 seconds. And yes, I did use the Shangshao clock because it was only $10 and the chi was like $35, and I'm not spending $35 on a puzzle that I don't even like. Although that might change soon, because when I'm done making these competition recaps, I might just spend a week working on clock and see how good I get. Let me know if you would want to watch that. This clock round went okay for me, I guess. I think I did set a goal to get a sub 25 average, so this was the only event that I didn't, like, completely blow my expectations out of the water, but a 25 average still wasn't bad for me at this competition. Closing thoughts on this competition, I really enjoyed it, and it definitely motivated me to practice more and go to more competitions, and yeah, that was my first video. If you liked it, make sure to let me know, and if you want to keep seeing recaps for my other 2 competitions, then let me know. I am planning to go to Miami Spring in about a month, so if you want that one to be a little bit more of a vlog and less of a recap, then let me know. And this is just my first video again, so if you have any, like, tips for me, then make sure to leave in the comments below. Thank you for watching.